Oh no. Okay, is that good? Another excuse to drink. Hurrah! Assistant, please help me with my wine. I bent my straw.
What did you do?
I bent my straw. What? If my cheek could drink, I would thank you.
I can't see inside.
What? Now what have you done?
I don't know. I can't see inside the head. No, you're bending the straw.
You're bending the straw.
Lower your hand. Your fucking bucktooth is in the way.
Your bucktooth is in the way. Success. I managed to drink 2 fucking sips. Fuck this straw. Nah. Hello everybody and welcome to my 1,000 followers celebration Q&A thingamajig that I haven't got a proper name for, so I'm saying lots of things. Yay! First I want to say thank you all so much for following and thank you all so much for checking out the Q&A. I am so happy I got to this point. Well, we got to this point because I couldn't have done it without you. All 850 of you fine furs and 150 of you spammers. Fuck you. You make my life so difficult. Anyway, I have my wine right here, and I'm slowly getting drunk. And can you? I hope you can see that. Can you look? I have bunnies in my glass. This is the best wine glass, cause bunnies. Yeah. Also, some of these questions are going to be out of order. Most of them are just in the order that I was asked them, but for a couple of reasons here and there, I've switched around a couple of questions. So, just, if you haven't got yours answered straight away, just wait until the end, because I'm answering all of these. All of them. Let's just waste no more time and get on to the questions of this Q&A. Just Blue asks, when and why did you join the furry fandom? Well, I probably found out about the furry fandom when I was about 12 and I got involved with it around then. Probably because I didn't have many friends. And as time went on, I got more involved with the community and such and started talking to people more. I didn't really consider myself a full furry until I actually went to a fur meet. And I have missed very few since then, and that was when I was 18. That was nearly 6 years ago. Fuck me. Oh, wow. I'm old. The Bra family, the Bra, or is it Bra or Bra? Anyway, they ask, what is my favorite holiday? What is your favorite holiday? Probably Christmas, because presents and food and booze and family and friends. I mean, what's not to like? It's all good. Radio Raccoon asks, how deep does a rabbit's hole go? Sorry. Well, there's no need to be sorry. I actually went and did some research. While a rabbit's burrow can actually reach, like 150 feet, like it can sprawl out either way, 150 feet, it usually goes only about 10 feet deep, just like my anus. Ever had to nearly rip your head off just to have a drink? The life of a fursuiter. Mike the Husky asks, do you go suiting on Easter? Not really. I don't usually like fursuiting out in public when I'm on my own. Besides, there's just not much of a call for it, Spencer asks, but why are you not lunch? Because there's only one part of me that's on the menu and it's for dessert, so eat a dick. Call Me Lion Wolf asks, can I have your paws? Well, no, because I need them for activities. Haru-chan asks, why you choose Bunny? Because we're friendly and energetic and, beyond anything, we're fucking adorable. Tosik the Fox asks, can you yiff me? Physically I can, but am I going to? No. Storm Wooski asks, how come you're such a cute bunny? Genetics. I can't fucking pronounce this name. Kalyakoira. Kalyakoya. Either way, he asks, "Are you gay?" No, I'm fabulous. The Mulligan asks, "If I could travel anywhere in the world, where would it be?" I would love to the wine's kicking in. I would love to travel to Japan. It's fucking good wine. I'd like to travel to Japan. I would basically just go there to eat and drink myself to death. Japanese food is supposed to be amazing, and I'd really love to try some really good quality sake. Yeah. Cinder the Wolf asks, "Can you do a backflip?" Fuck no. Stardust Soda Pause 1 asks, "What's your favorite moment fursuiting and worst favorite moment fursuiting?" I'm not sure if that was a typo on my part or yours, but basically, my favorite would probably be at SunnyCon. It's an anime convention. I went there and it was so much fun. But there was a particular moment where I was wandering around and there was these two stormtroopers who sort of, I was walking along and I sort of spotted them out of the corner of my eye, and they took an interest and I thought, they like me, they like bunnies and da-da-da. 5 minutes later I was on my goddamn knees begging them not to shoot me in the face as they were trying to decide what alien life form I was. It was hilarious. As you can tell, I didn't survive. My worst moment fursuiting is probably when I was at Confuzzled a couple of years ago. I can't remember if it was the first time I was in my suit at Confuzzled, but I went over to my friend who was in the bar, and there's like these 2 steps that go up to the bar, and he spotted me and I went, "Oh, look at you," and I went, "Oh, you," and I sort of stepped forward and just went, poof. I just tripped and fell flat on my face, and it was so goddamn embarrassing. Luckily, most people didn't laugh or anything. They were more concerned for my safety, but it was still embarrassing. It was lovely to see that no one just pointed and went, "Ha, the bunny fell on his fucking face, what an idiot." People were actually standing up going, "Oh my god, has he hurt himself?" So that was awesome, but in general, I still remember that fucking situation with just so much cringing. I hate myself. Anubis Smiths asks, "What's the worst convention I've been to?" I'm afraid the question is wrong, because I've been to every convention I've been to has been awesome. I mean, it's had some ups and downs, as I've just said. One of my worst moments fursuiting was at a convention, but overall, they were awesome. I've been to Confuzzled like, I think 3 times, and I've just come back from EF, so yeah, the conventions I've been to have been great. Storm Wusky asks, "What would be the stupidest thing I've ever done in a fursuit?" And that would be open a fucking Vine account. Why? Just, I mean, just look through my Vines, you'll see how many stupid things I've done. I rode a bull, in the non-sexual sense. I dry humped beer for comedy. I destroyed an iPhone. I poured sugar on my face because a song told me to. I'm just not a very clever bunny. Refill. Like, the aim was not to get a strong bottle of wine for this, or a couple of strong bottles of wine for this. I was hoping to get like 2 fairly weak bottles of wine. I got these because they were on sale, like 2 bottles for £6. Then I discovered they were pretty fucking strong. So, you know, not so good for me, pretty good for you, because I'm chugging through this shit really quickly. Mikey the Husky asks, "What's the meaning what's the meaning behind my name?" There's not really a meaning behind it. There's a bit of a story behind it, which is I was trying to find a name, and one of my neighbors, I wanted something unique, and one of my neighbor's cats was called something really pretty. when I asked what it was, where the name came from, and my neighbor said that it was from The Lion King. So instantly I couldn't use that. Looking back on it, I can't remember the name, but it must have been something like Kiara or something. Because I just continued to develop that name over days. I think it took a week for me to, because I really love the ring. I love the tone of the name. So I wanted to sort of make it unique, but sort of keep that lovely ring to it, that nice tone. And eventually I came up with Caraway. So there you go. A shitty story. It's not a funny story, it's just a story. I hope it was worth it. Gloomy Tiger asks, can you twerk? And as amazing as this booty is, and it is, darling. Oh, I can't do the click in the suit. As amazing as my booty is, I cannot twerk with it. My hips just don't work that way. My hips do lie. I've pronounced it Ally Cat or Alley Cat. Is asking, can you do a dab for us? I can, but I won't. Lightwolf64 asks, what inspired you to be a rapper? Lightwolf64 asks, what inspired you to be a rabbit? Like I said before, they're friendly, they're energetic. I kind of wanted something that would represent partially who I was and who I wanted to be, who I wanted to work towards as a person, as an individual. Anubis Smith asks, what was your most frightening horror movie-like experience? I have a good one for this. I fucking have a good one for this. Don't you fucking laugh behind the camera there. I see you, you wanker. He knows where I'm going with this. PT came out. I never played the demo, the playable teaser for Silent Hills, hashtag fuck Konami. I watched Let's Plays. I watched Let's Players play through the demo and I fucking loved it. Just watching the demo, oh my god, it scared the hell out of me, and I love scary stuff. My favorite film is Silence of the Lambs. It is my favorite film ever, but there was someone playing it and all the lights went out, and then the computers turned off, and everything went pitch fucking black as I was halfway watching it. The lights went out, everything went off, the entire power went off. I could have jumped out of my fucking seat. Like, oh, it was horrible. I couldn't stop shouting, no, 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 no. Yeah, that was a two-parter from Anubis Smith, because he said, and that question or this one. Anyway, what is my favorite part about being a Viner? I think that's an awesome question, because it's you guys. You guys are my favorite part of being a Viner or a fursuit Viner, because I love talking to you guys. I have met friends through Vine. I play video games with people I have met through Vine because you guys are awesome. You're great. You've given me this opportunity to sit down, get drunk, and answer some stupid fucking questions for fun. We can have fun together. That's awesome. Like, it's so much fun to see comments racking up like, oh, this is hilarious, oh, this is so stupid, oh, this is really funny, and da 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 da. Oh god, it's brilliant. And oh yeah, meeting you guys is brilliant. Just fucking fantastic. Which I also should mention, because I met a few people at EF, and you guys are amazing. Like, thank you for walking up to me and saying hi. People walked up to me and said, hi, I really like your vines, you're great, very funny, and I want to apologize. I am so sorry, because I probably came off as very like, oh, thank you, yes, that's great, thank you, because I didn't know what the fuck to do. I was gobsmacked that someone would walk up and say, I love what you do, or I like what you do, or you make me chuckle, I guess. Like, fucking thank you. And I was so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to do. Thank you. You make it worthwhile, all of you. You really do. Oh, that wine is kicking in. It's getting hot. More booze! Can you get me some more wine, please? Yes. Go on. Thank you. It's in the freezer. Just... Yeah, don't knock the camera.
Fuck you.
How dare you? Don't you dare swear in this... in the I can't think... shut up. Not because I'm drunk, it's because I need a refill. He's going to get me more wine. Fuck. Hello, sexy. Yes. Hello, sexy. Yes. Second bottle. Emma Collins asks, why are you a rabbit though? Because we're fucking awesome! Oh, it's you again. Caljacoira. I'll call you Caljacoira this time. Caljacoira asks, Trump or Clinton? Neither. Feel the burn. Benman448 asks, do you love me? Who are you? Bitch. Lucian the Fox asks, what's your booze of choice? It depends entirely on the situation, because if I really want to treat myself, I'll get myself a nice bottle of wine. I got myself these bottles of wine so I could sort of drink more and not get too wasted, which didn't really work out because they're a higher alcohol percentage. But you know, if I really want to treat myself, I'll get a nice bottle of white wine, because I quite like a white wine. Bolt the Horse asks, show your face please. Oh, it's very polite, they've said please. Oh shit, that means we're close to the end of the Q&A. Yes, back in time to when I was not so drunk and not so sweaty. Because it's fucking hot in the suit. Oh my god. Back in time. Hello. This is me beneath the fur. So if you see this mug at a convention or at a fur meet or something, feel free to come bother me. Last question, and I wanted to do this one before I got too drunk, so I thought I'd do the unmasking the face reveal and also this last question at the same time, because I can do them both while I still look alright and not incredibly sweaty, and before I'm wasted. Going back studios, what's your opinion on death and how all our efforts in life are for nothing? Is there really a heaven worth waiting for? Yeah, basically, I don't know if there is or is not a heaven. I don't think anyone can know for sure. I don't think anyone on this planet knows for sure whether there is or is not heaven, hell, an afterlife, or whatever. We just don't know. I certainly don't know. As for death, non-existing can be a scary concept. Even if you do believe in an afterlife, which I'm sure is comforting for those that do believe. But even so, you don't really want to die because this is what we know. We understand this, we are comfortable with this, we know what's happening around us, this is what we know, this is our neutral almost, because we can't remember, and we have no knowledge of anything else. So to end life can be quite scary. So there you go. As for the idea that everything we do in life is for nothing, or is pointless, what was it? Yeah. How all our efforts in life are for nothing. I disagree. I wholeheartedly disagree. I think the question is incorrect. Or I can't agree with the question. Not that the question is incorrect, but I can't agree with the question. And here's why. I don't believe we are born with a purpose. I mean, in this very simplest evolutionary sense, our purpose is to reproduce and keep the species going. That's, you know, that is our that's our purpose, but for a personal philosophical purpose, we have to go and find our own. We have to go out and discover what makes life worth living for us. We have to go out and discover what makes us happy. And in a sense, that makes the purpose of life to be happy, because what we're all doing always is just chasing happiness. A lot of us get into that horrible cycle of we get a job and we work a job so that we can continue to live, so that we can continue to work the job that we hate. And it's just this ongoing cycle, and we're just chasing the money, basically. Yeah, that was a very butchered quote from Alan Watts, but it's also the guy who said, what would you do if money was no object? And I really believe that everyone should sit down for like an hour or more, or whatever time they need to sort of meditate on such a simple question and find a good answer to it. Because so many people end up turning around and answering that question with, oh, well, I'd love to paint or play music or whatever, but there's no money in it. But we're not asking that. We're asking, what if money was no object? What would you do? I personally feel that I would be a lot happier working every day in a job that I loved and only scraping by, rather than working every day in a job I hate and having, enough money to live comfortably. And whether you can do it now or later, you need to work towards it. Like, if you can't, like, the amount of dreams and hopes and goals that can be done in a day or in a week or even in a year are incredibly few. You need to find something, set your mind to it, set it as a goal, and go. And you can't let anything fucking hold you back. You need to go at it full force. Because that's what's gonna make you happy, and that's what's gonna make your life worth it. Knowing that you are going for something that makes you happy, and then achieving it someday. That is, in essence, the point to life. And if you can, then spread that on. If you can make yourself happy through life, there's no reason why you can't, pass it on a bit, make someone else happy. That is the most amazing thing. Because if we all had this philosophy, if we all had the philosophy of be happy and make others happy, then in essence, the purpose of life becomes everyone. In essence, the purpose of life then truly does become happiness. That got kind of deep. I'm going to send you back to me, where I'm covered in fur, drunk and sweaty. So enjoy that. Cheers. And thank you again for 1,000 followers. Oh yeah, and if all else fails, just don't be a cunt. It's pretty simple. Don't be a cunt. Past me left future me with a task to tell a fucking funny story to lighten up the mood. But back when I was living with my dad, I had this job in his kitchen, and the chef at the time, he invited me out for a drink, and he said, oh, you can meet some of my friends and we'll go to the club and it'll be good. And it was like a village club, What's that fucking show? You, man behind the camera, what's that show? Where, local shop for local people.
The League of Gentlemen.
That's the one. That sort. The sort of people that only welcomed people that they knew. And unfortunately, I was not a person that they knew. However, moving on. Later on, we ordered a Jägermeister. Because but there was about 7 or 8 of us, and we all bought, most of us bought shots. I think a couple of us said, oh, I've got money, I'll buy some extra ones. And I think I bought like 2 or 3, and 2 or 3 people dropped out and said, no, can't handle it, not doing it. And I thought, oh, fuck it, I've had a few pints. I'm gonna have a few Jaegers. And I'm pretty sure I had at least 3, maybe 4 shots of Jaeger. After these shots of Jaeger, I went to the bathroom. We talked a bit and then we went to the bathroom. So it had time to settle. I went to the bathroom and I did my thing. We won't go into detail there, darling. But I did my thing and then I went to wash my hands and I sort of looked up into the mirror and went, oh fuck. 'Cause it hit me like a fucking sledgehammer. And my first and only thought was, I need to go home. Intermittently, my memory just disappeared during the travel home. And eventually I got home. And what I remember is reaching into my pocket, pulling out the keys, putting my key into the door, and then waking up on the bathroom floor. I was living with my father at this time, and my sister and my father was awake at that time. And apparently what happened was, I walked through the door, I went straight up the stairs, and about halfway up the stairs my dad said, I thought you were only going to meet some friends. To which I responded, I drank too much. Thank you for 1,000 followers. Thank you for letting me make you laugh. Thank you for giving me an excuse to get drunk. It's been awesome.